is thinking.
I'm dedicated to it. I can't be stopped.
Oh, I'm ready, rock and roll, sweaty Teddy. Welcome back to the Spirit Campfire. You know why we call it the Spirit Campfire, don't you? Because campfires are where good people gather around and discuss quality of life concerns and priorities. I'm just a guitar player. I not only wrote Wango Tango, I meant it. Love songs are my specialty. And I've got this hat on. I've been signing these hats by the thousands. If you want one of these autograph hats, by the way, when you wear a Ted God, Guns, and Rock and Roll autographed hat, no matter where you go, the hippies will part like the Red Sea before Moses. It's like a gift from God. It's divine intervention. Not only do you get an autographed God, Guns, and Rock and Roll hat, but there will be divine intervention involved. So go to Ted.Nugent.com. Where do I get one? Ted.Nugent.com. I've been signing by the thousands along with the I will not comply and shall not be infringed flag. So I'm in a whirlwind. Have you had your whirlwind today? You know, if it wasn't for the mystical flight of the arrow and the spirit of the wild, the definitive healing powers of God's miraculous nature as cure all, if it wasn't for that, I'd blow up because I am so intense. Thank you, God, for making me intense, not to be confused with sheep who accept crime and corruption. I don't accept crime and corruption. In fact, once again this year, we're selling out all of our hunts. Go to TedNugent.com. Well, I'd love to hunt with Ted. Then hunt with me. We do it every weekend coming up, all through the fall. We have the greatest campfires in the world. Not only is it a truth, logic, and common sense electronic campfire, but we actually have campfires with flames. And we cook angry pork over the effervescent flames of the Uncle Ted Sunrise Safaris. A big thank you to Paul Wilson and Jim Knapp and my son, Toby. My son, Toby, was with me all day yesterday in Lansing. What a day. And we lost a blood brother. My goodness, Jason Thomas. We lost Jason in the wind. He's still alive. This guy was a blessing to know in the inner circle of the Nugent Spirit of the Wild camp. Just shockingly, Jason passed away. And I know everybody gets the heartbreak of loss. And we celebrated how we deal with that challenging emotion. My brother John is gone. Eddie Van Halen is gone. Dusty Hill is gone. Toby Keith is gone. Wayne Kramer is gone. Sly, Sylvester Stallone. Is that his name? The guy Sly in the Family Stone. That's the actor Sylvester. Anyhow, we all lose loved ones, including our dogs. Happy Jackson, my God. Shemaine and I will never get over the loss of our dog, but we fortify and we surround ourselves with people with unlimited, powerful, fortified empathy that helps guide us through the quagmire of emotional loss. And we accomplished that yesterday in Lansing with the Michigan United Conservation Clubs. Once again, Janae, thank you. And Steve and Tyler and Justin, we did a long interview with Uncle Ted about quality of life issues that begin with a conservation, resource stewardship, responsible lifestyle. And that's why I testified up in Lansing yesterday. Yeah, become a member of the Michigan United Conservation Clubs. Is that backwards or is it just backwards for me? Oh, there it is. Yeah, there, boy, there I am scolding the bureaucrats. And I got to tell you, I'm going to give you a list of the incredible team yesterday up in Lansing. First of all, Ken Borton over there in Grayling, Michigan, who was jackbooted by the DNR because he had a bird feeder. They gave him a ticket and a fine for having a bird feeder because there was a deer nearby because they lie. The DNR lies. Texas Parks and Wildlife lies. Michigan DNR, Illinois DNR, Wisconsin DNR, Minnesota DNR, they are lying. Chronic waste and disease is a money grab. I think it's a money laundering scam. Tens of millions of dollars going to research something that the science is already in. The spongiform encephalopathy cannot be transferred from an animal to a human. It's like a Creutzfeldt-Jacobs in human, mad cow in bovines, and scrapies in sheep. The guitar player researched it. How dare the people we pay to know this stuff won't research it, or they're just lying. I am absolutely convinced they're lying. Chronic waste and disease has, I hammer this home, but that's another local issue where the hunting, conservation, private property rights, freedom lifestyle, independent, managing wildlife for healthy balance, where's the quality of our air, soil, and water comes from, not from the hash bash. The hash bash doesn't create quality air, soil, and water. Antifa doesn't create quality air, soil, and water. Black Lives Matter doesn't create quality air, soil, and water. In fact, all they are is criminal gangsters, terrorists. Meanwhile, the hunting, fishing, trapping families of America manage wildlife because we are instinctually driven to be conscientious, dedicated resource stewards of the wildlife that brings us pressure, not just the ones we kill and eat, but the evening grosbeak, the rose-breasted grosbeak, the tufted titmouse, the Baltimore oriole, the peregrine falcon, the golden eagle, the bald eagle, the red-tailed. We grow optimal biodiversity and the canary in that coal mine is wildlife. And those of us that live with it, not to be confused with bureaucrats who lie and scam in a computer screen in their office in Lansing and Austin, Texas. They don't know wildlife. I know wildlife. I spend more time with wildlife than all those punks combined. Well, they might swap spit if you put out a corn pile. Oh, yeah, and if I throw a bucket of water in the lake, the fish will get wetter. Come on, people. So thank you, Ken Borton. We had a gang of real conservative, conscientious, constitutional, dedicated Republicans yesterday in Lansing, and I'm going to give you that list. My God, Dave Martin, Genesee County. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Matt Hall. Thank you, Speaker of the House in Michigan, Matt Hall. We're going to get hunternation.org. Put it on the screen, hunternation.org. Michigan conservatives, Michigan constitutionalists, Michigan conservationists. Join us at hunternation.org, and we're going to make sure we get rid of these lying, scamming perverts from the Democrat Party, ruining everything. And a big salute to the Michigan State Police troopers up there yesterday. Boy, what an Uncle Ted party that was. I so respect these dedicated warriors of the Michigan State Police, but not their leadership, who have a drag queen story hour rainbow tent celebrating perverts. The leadership of the Michigan State Police is like looking to recruit perverts, because that's what the rainbow flag represents. Don't tell me otherwise. It's the rainbow flag of North American man-boy love. That's what the rainbow flag is. And so they can teach children how to put on strap-on dildos in first grade. Look it up. That's the textbooks they bring into our children's classrooms. Then they bring a fat, perverted men in pantyhose twerking their ass to children, singing "It Won't Lick Itself." That's what the leadership of the state police in Michigan represent. If you think otherwise or you want to claim otherwise, come on my podcast. I dare you. Well, the rainbow flag it's about perversions. We have the footage. We have the textbooks that the rainbow flag has infiltrated our once great culture, and the leadership of the Michigan State Police support that. You horrible people. And the DNR, Michigan Department of Natural Resources, Michigan Natural Resource Commission, you are just plain horrible people. Your regulations against bird feeders and claiming that chronic wasting disease, we need billions of dollars from your taxes to study it. You lying bastards. Thank you, Ken Borton. Thank you, Dave Martin. Thank you, Matt Hall. Jay DuBois. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Kurt Vanderwall. Thank you, Kurt. Michelle Hoitinga, boy, talking about a warrior. Thank you, Michelle. Ed McBroom. Thank you, Ed. All the people who testified of heartbreaking horror stories in Michigan, where these game wardens would just cut the lock on your gate and trespass because somebody said you had a salt block. What in God's name does a salt block have to do with anything except providing salt for deer in the winter and the spring when they once in a while? Nobody's ever shot a deer over a salt block, you numbnuts. They ruin conservation families' lives. You game wardens, I can help you. Come see me. I've met some great game wardens. By the way, only the guilty need to feel guilty. If you guys are getting angry and cringing at me, that would be guilt. You're supposed to protect the scientific-based proven methodology of optimizing wildlife balance so that we can have a maximum family hours of recreation, maximum revenues generated while we harvest the surplus so they don't overwhelm the habitat and destroy it, thereby destroying our quality air, soil, and water. Why has this never been said in a school in America? And we eat the surplus. And if chronic wasting disease has been around forever, which it has been since the 1600s, we've eaten billions of deer and no one has ever gotten it from venison. But you know it's there. In fact, 36,000 deer slaughtered in Missouri. They found 243. Meanwhile, they found 200. I don't believe them. They're liars. They're scammers. They're looking for more money laundering. Thank you, Jennifer Wirtz, state rep. Thank you, everybody who stood up for truth, logic, and common sense. By the way, you've got to stand up for truth, logic, and common sense, people. Go to hunternation.org. Please, I would like to see an army of true conservationists, conservatives, constitutionalists come to hunt. We're the only ones that are going after politicians to make sure they represent the core values. I'm all for the Rocky Mountain elk and the turkey and the duck habitat. God bless you. But we need votes for conservation, not just conservation. We need accurate, honest representation for conservation, constitutionality, and conservatism. HunterNation.org. I'm going to keep going until we absolutely overwhelm the deep state enemies that hate independence. That's why they hate hunting. I'll be right back. I'm on fire having the time of my life. You might as well join me.